Grew up in start that whole thing again because that was shit. Alright. And go. When you finish, that was really good. Look at my hips. Yeah. You're getting to about there. Make sure, get your finish. Yeah. But that was awesome. That was awesome. I'm Grant Bradshaw. I'm a dad. I'm a teacher. I'm a coach. I'm an athlete. I grew up in Sydney, in Bankstown, southwest Sydney, and always came up the Central Coast. Had family up here and was lucky enough to move up here in 2005. So 18 years ago now, made up a home, got a lovely wife, 2 kids, awesome school that I teach at, and my own jiu-jitsu academy here. So really fortunate to have built a really nice community around the Central Coast. Yeah. I've got a couple of passions. It's interesting, I'm a PE teacher and a jiu-jitsu coach, so people assume that my biggest passion is sport. And while I do love sport, and I've always loved sport, what I get out of it the most, out of both of those things, is actually helping people. I started them selfishly. I started teaching because I wanted to play games, to run around and play soccer all day and get paid for it, or footy or whatever it might be. And I started jiu-jitsu for myself as well, but the more I got invested in them, the more I realised that my real passion is actually helping other people to be the best versions of themselves that they can be, and whatever that might look like. But on top of that, my real passion, my biggest passion, is actually music. Kids are really surprised at school. I often wander up to the music classes and pick up a guitar and start playing. And for me, music is my life. I like making music badly. I try and get better at that, but I love going to live music. I love going to concerts. I love listening to new stuff and old stuff as well. You'll find I'll throw a brow ski on, just because at the moment we've kind of got, not a sponsorship or anything, but at the moment they do our gi, so if we're nice to them, every now and then they throw us a free gi. Hooks are really looking after us at the moment, heaps. I love your old man buys all our shit. And the past couple of times I said to Rachel, I'm like, just cut him a bit of a deal, yeah? Buys everything. Last week of the school holidays, thanks for turning up, right? I know it's really easy to sort of go, oh no, it's a nice sunny day, we'll hang out in the pool, hang out at the beach and all that kind of stuff. Really cool to have so many of you guys. When I teach a jiu-jitsu class, I guess my job in one sense is to inspire my students, but the reality of it is that so many of them actually inspire me every day with what they do, and that comes back to making me be a better person, because if I can't be a better person, I can't work to help them, and they deserve the best version of me that they can get. So that's what inspires me. Like in a lone sport, right? You've got a coach who yells at you, but really, you can swim with yourself or with a squad of 10, but it's all about you. But with jiu-jitsu, what you actually need is that friend of yours to your left, that friend of yours to your right. Because if you don't have them, you can't practice techniques. And if you can't practice techniques, you can't get better at jiu-jitsu, right? Yeah? So even though you compete by yourself, all right, it's a team sport. What gets me going is being the best version of myself that I can be every day. As you get older, it's easy to slip into complacency and think about what you have done in your life. But at 43, that's, well, as far as I'm concerned, that's barely halfway through my life. So if my highlight is what I've done so far, it's a pretty crappy life. I'm looking to get better every day and to be the best version of me that I can be, and be not even 1% better every day, but just one little bit better every day, and over 365 days in a year and over another 43 years. That's going to be a heck of a lot better version of me when I shuffle off. What does it help us with when we're touching someone on the knee? Right, so if Levi can get to my knee, he can hit his double leg, right? So if Coach Rod gets his double underhooks on me, I try and sprawl out, get in there, something else, and I get here with my palm or whatever. Try and get your 3. Get your double underhooks, hold them for 3 seconds.
Look, when all said and done, I'm actually pretty lucky that my life in Australia, even if you're in sort of the lower echelons of what we call Australian society, compared to the rest of the world, life's pretty easy. A big challenge that I faced, and again, this isn't, I wouldn't say it's a hard life, because it was a privilege that I was afforded, was the opportunity to work towards getting my black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, we're under the Gracie family, who were the originators of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, or they brought Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to the rest of the world, and the standards that are held there are very high. So in 2015, I was tapped on the shoulder and said, hey, it's about time, you've been training about 10 years, you're getting kind of okay at this thing now, we'd like you to test for your black belt.
Drill, person on bottom's got to escape, person on top's got to submit them. Front headlock drill, we haven't done that before, alright? Here's what I'm thinking. And this is my specially requested mark. Mark, can I go for a second? We're going to start. Yeah, no, go sir. We're going to start head and elbow.
Under our lineage, we had to prepare. We had to go to Miami in America to test. People from around the world. There were 31 people who tested the year that I went. And people often go, oh, but it's just a formality. Everyone gets it. To be that far out of my comfort zone, to head over there and to have to prepare for something that I wasn't sure what it was, and to go through that was very challenging. We actually tested about 3 days before you find out, so you don't find out on the spot if you pass or fail. I think I tested on it was either a Friday afternoon or a Saturday afternoon, and the belt ceremony was on Monday night. That was simultaneously one of the most peaceful times of my life, because it was done, and also one of the most challenging. Keep going, just do it. I was actually, high school was pretty tough for me in a lot of ways. I was a bit different to a lot of the kids I went to school with, and at the time I was exactly who I wanted to be. But it was hard, and there were times where I found it really challenging, but I think the challenges that I faced at high school made me the person that I am today. And it actually got me into wanting to do what I do. Ultimately, I got into teaching so I could help other people, so I could be an advocate for those kids who weren't the same as everyone else at their school and did sort of march to their own drum a little bit. And so I guess the message that I'd throw back to my teenage self is, it's all going to be okay. You did a good job, and it's all worth it, because if you didn't tread that path back then, you wouldn't be the person that you are now. Yeah.
You are going to get so much better for doing this. Right now, you probably feel like fucking boring. You feel clueless, like you're going, what day is it, what day is it, what day is it? Good boy, right? These guys are monsters, yeah? Okay? Undefeated on the weekend. Only person who beat him on the weekend was an ADCC Australian champion and himself, right? Killed it. And these guys have only been blue belts for like the snap of the fingers, and their no-gi division in particular was like animals.
What is the point of life? So if you've ever watched A Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy or read it, the answer's 42. 42 is the meaning of life. And I want that to get in there too. But really, I think that life's about leaving the place in a better way than when you got in here. Okay, I read a lot, and at the moment I'm reading a lot of Stoic philosophy and a book called The Obstacle is the Goal. And the whole idea behind it is all you've got is now. The answers I gave to the previous questions, they're gone, they're done. What happens in the future, I don't own that. Anything could happen. All I've got's right now. So I think that the meaning of life is to be the best person that you can be and make the world a better place. And the only way that you can do that is by living in the moment and doing what you feel is right in that very moment. Now, is it always going to be what's right? Probably not. Okay, no one's perfect. I'm far from it. But you also can't regret those choices that you made because, as I said, they're gone, they're done. All you can do is take those, use those to inform you in your future decisions so that you'll be the best person that you can be, and from doing that, you can make other people best. And if you do that, you can have that little ripple effect. You know, you can be that rock that gets thrown into the pond, and then eventually the impact that you have will be bigger than you could possibly imagine. Now, not everyone will be on board with it, you know, and it's really important to understand that and to know that. There's different people with different worldviews, different philosophies, different attitudes, different goals, you know, but I think it's really important that you stay true to what you believe in, and if you believe it's the right thing to do, to never compromise that. And by doing so, you've made the world a better place, and that's what life's all about.